Gonna be some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Are we recording at least?
I just clicked
So
the
I can
go
get some
live to YouTube button.
perfect. Because I want to get some random singing on it.
I want
If you
some
want
hot
something
faces on the
closer to the original
stuff,
experience, use this controller.
baby, this evening.
That's the controller used for the SNES Classic.
Hot stuff, baby, tonight.
It only looks bad because it has a blue silicone grip on it. But that's just the original Classic controller. Got the triggers in the right spot, has the right D-pad. It's perfect.
You're
Perfect.
a D-pad.
You're a D-pad.
I am a D-pad. I'm a D-bag.
Me too.
Uh-oh, hang on. I'm gonna figure out what's going on.
Hot stuff, beer to show. Somebody hurts their baby now.
Pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Pop it out.
Pop it out.
In
Pop
a
it
separate
out.
window. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention and Talion died.
Cool.
This is not gonna go well.
This is Mormon. Mormon just believes. Ugh. Na baby to she on. Baby dip barrel. Anyway. Hey, we're live. Let me check the levels.
Hey, we're live at TJ's ceiling.
All right, here, we'll do me and you. Okay, this is what I sound like. I'm John, and then we got Matt. Oh, wait, I'm not even on studio, am I, Matt? You didn't warn me.
No, I
don't.
Sometimes you have to let your children fail so that they learn from their mistakes.
And I have learned. Okay, so. All right, here's me at my levels in studio. Matt, go.
This is Matt. I'm playing Shadow of War on my telephone. And it's kind of neat.
Cool. All right. TJ, can you talk at your level?
Yeah, I could talk a little bit, and I got some background noise, but we were talking.
All right. TJ, can you talk again?
Okay, I'm speaking again with another decently normal voice.
Okay, cool. Everyone quiet and I'm gonna listen. Okay, cool. I think we sound good. So 285, Adam will not be joining us. I'm assuming. I never
Boo.
asked. We got him for 1 week.
I'm going live to Twitch.
Probably never again. Baby, the sea. Her daddy hurts dirt, baby, now.
Pump up the jams.
Oh, we're going live to Twitch. Oh, I have the Twitch app now because, of course, there's a fucking app.
Yeah, I got that. I got the Twitch app on my phone.
Yeah, it's just the Curse app, isn't it? How do I link though to this from here? From the app.
Do you have an app on your computer?
Yeah. It's just the Curse app now is the Twitch app.
Oh, weird.
That's all right. I'm just going to go on my browser so I can do a hashtag salad.
www.twitchard.com.
I still don't have 280 characters, so I feel like I'm a loser.
Yeah, I got a rejection email from my attempt to become verified.
Yeah, me too. I didn't want to bring it up.
I thought it was funny that they even bothered to send one.
I got it so quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got hashtag Skull. I don't know why that, but anyway. Hashtag One Pride. Hashtag IND. When we do these Sunday night, there's a lot of Sunday night football tweets. Bob's
Hashtag kneeling.
Burgers. Hashtag I stand.
Oh no.
Hashtag I kneel. It's the duality. I gotta, you know, I respect both stances. I think that all athletes during the anthem should stand and kneel and just stand up and kneel the entire time, just to appease everyone.
Yeah, both standing and kneeling and standing.
Hashtag, I don't know, what's a popular hashtag? These trends kind of suck. Can I get like better trends? Because they're like trends for me, and I don't think they're good. News. Any good old news? I want some good news that isn't like tragedies, so that I can like.
Oh, you wanted good news? Well, I've got some
God,
bad news about that.
Oh wait, hashtag OJ Simpson. OJ is free. Hashtag
Hashtag
OJ
free OJ.
Simpson. Hashtag. I'll just do hashtag podcast because why not?
I wonder if there's anyone that.
Oh, I got
like,
one letter. Hashtag A. Okay.
I wonder if there's anyone that was giving out free orange juice today. I would have done that if I worked at a grocery store or something.
Yeah, free orange juice. He murdered people.
Hashtag ghosted. That's a
Okay,
movie,
so
right?
we are live. Most of my Twitter
show.
hashtags have to do with the football games happening right now.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get a good crowd of even-tempered
Wait,
people.
change. Can I change trends to just be done? No, can I just? I don't want trends for me because like these kind of suck. Anyway. Well, anyway, are we ready to go? Because I'm ready to go. TJ, you ready to go?
I'll make it happen. If I got to go out to my car, I'll go out to my car. We'll figure it out.
Well, you can do that in like 5 minutes, and we can start in 5 minutes.
You can start now. I don't care.
Okay.
I can just mute as I change places. Can I do this whole
Change
podcast kneeling?
places.
Hot takes. Hot takes.
Yep.
Hashtag I kneel. Hashtag take a knee.
Hashtag take a knee. Oh, it should have been. I should have done hashtag Dick take a knee, not hashtag
Yep.
I kneel. It's okay.
I had a whole thread about that.
Hot stuff, baby, to sell now. I want some hot stuff, baby, tonight. All right. I got the episode out, the podcast episode out.
Yay!
For October 1st. What was the old Libsyn is the website? We had streams this month. I think we're down from last month by about 200 listens less than last month than August. Was August particularly high though? Let me check. It only shows the last 2 months.
Wait, was August high? Because we didn't have.
August may have been high because I
Adam on the podcast.
believe that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes.
I got
aired
it.
in
I got it,
August.
TJ.
Well, I think it's because in August I put out 6 episodes because there was 5 and a Saturday Night Bite, and this month only had 4 episodes, so that probably is probably worth 120 or so listens. So there you go.
Oh, nice. So
We had a light
And the most
light
recent-
month.
we're getting around 60
The most recent
listens
episode
per-
also came up on the 30th.
Yes,
So
exactly.
people may have not started downloading it until today.
Correct. There were only 5 listens that counted toward the September total in that. So, whereas the rest of the downloads are all in October. So, all good in the hood. Anyway,
So can we quit our jobs yet?
No, we made $16 again on
Yeah.
Patreon.
Money,
I'm trying to be
money,
good
money.
with I'm trying to be good with Patreon and post to Patreon every time there's a new episode. So trying to get that a little bit
Can
more
we
going.
Can we get a list of shout-outs? Because we've been promising that for a couple weeks.
No, we've actually just been shouting them out as we've gotten people putting them in. So I think we're good on that.
Yeah.
If we ever get too many, then we could worry about doing them in a block. But anyway, we should probably get started. You guys ready?
Yeah. I'm ready enough.
Yes.
All right, Matt. Switch her
I'm
to the
gonna have a-
cams. Because right now,
Thank you. Cams,
No.
thank you. What?
cams.
That's not what you
let's,
meant?
let's see. Oh, I gotta go to twitch.tv. I gotta see what Princess Sparkles is up to.
Pink Sparkles.
Pink Sparkles, thank you.
Yeah, get it
Oh,
right,
IRL.
John.
IRL is not doing so good here. Wait, is there no IRL? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's talk shows. It's different. Okay, Keemstar seems to be with Andy Milonakis in Hollywood right now.
You're just saying words now.
Here's a lady in a dress cooking garlic shrimp. There's a wow, wow, what is wow? There's a lot of Korean streamers wearing boobs. Wow, most of IRL
Wearing
is women
boobs.
in front of his. Most of IRL is face cams of women chatting, talking up there, so you can tell what people are looking for. This one, it looks Korean. Like I guess Korea has really. This is the creepiest shit I have ever seen. My God, this Korean girl is eating shrimp very slowly. This is so creepy.
Is it a mukbang thing?
I don't think so. This lady gets some
That's
better.
a separate category.
I just don't get it. Oh, it's like Twitch is just like cam girls now. Like IRL,
I
of
could be a
course.
cam girl. Oh,
It's only like a very small percentage of what it is, but like IRL
Yeah.
is literally
But
cam
it's
girls
like
and
all the
and
top
popular
rated stuff.
YouTubers doing AMAs. Like, sorry, go. I cut you off. Continue.
no, I was
No, it's
saying I
just
can
like
cam girl
the-
if we need to.
Do it.
Here, I'll unbutton a button.
Oh, I don't have
There we
a
go.
button to unbutton.
I've got a V. I can make it a deep V.
Deep V.
Deep V's.
Deep V Club.
Deep V.
Get as much of that. Oh, I can't get any deeper without hurting the shirt. I don't want to stretch the neck out.
Mm.
All right, we ready? 285.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 285. I'm your host, John Dangereux, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt Dangerhag.
Yep, thank you.
And TJ, not dangerous, May.
Yeah, TJ, couple things. I want to say salute to the flag in the background there. You got the
Wait, there's a
American
flag right
flag. I kneel.
What?
Let me kneel.
Oh yeah, I forgot
gotta
there's a flag
kneel.
outside.
I'm kneeling. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I gotta stand as well. Okay. Stand.
Yeah.
All right. I did both. I covered all the
Okay.
bases, so we're good.
All your
Taking a
bases are belong
firm
to us.
stand.
Yep.
And kneel.
Yeah. Anyway, well, you know, J.J. Abrams will have the new version of the anthem coming out that
No,
that
no,
you
Good
can't
Charlotte already
protest.
have the anthem.
Did you guys watch the last season of South Park when they talked about the thing?
Nope.
It's a pretty good season, but no, I think they should. Do
I'm
that,
like
though.
a couple seasons behind on South Park. I need to get caught
Yeah,
up,
last
but I'm
season's
also
real
worried
good.
that
It's about trolling.
I'm also worried
online.
that like the stuff from a couple of years ago that I haven't seen yet, it's just like not relevant anymore. Hey, look,
Well, Yep.
there's
Go.
a Gwenpool body paint stream that we could watch.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's from. She's wearing an Attack on Titan body paint.
Oh God, it's loud.
Okay, so that's enough of that. I had to bring Twitch IRL on. Just doing a little thing. I have a question. Did Extra Life happen, TJ, already?
What?
Did the Extra Life like charity streaming thing happen already?
I have no freaking clue. I've not been following it.
See, like I feel like I said I wanted to do that this year.
I still do it. I also haven't streamed in 2 months.
I streamed
Anything.
a little while ago. When is Extra? Okay, November 4th is Extra Life. I thought for some reason I thought it was in the summer, like at the end of the summer, but November 4th. TJ, you busy that weekend? Maybe we should stream.
Wait, sorry, the family stuff. When is it again?
November 4th. Anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was like November. That's the worst weekend for you because it's Call of Duty weekend.
Well, we could
Let's
always
stream some
stream.
SNES Classic.
Yeah, that sounds fun. I'd love to. Anyway.
We'll stream it now.
Yeah. I don't have a streaming capture box to do that, so
I do.
I could easily set that up. Actually, I did buy one a long time ago. It's like it was like $20 on Amazon. I doubt it works very well, but it did work. But I probably should just buy an Elgato. They're not that expensive.
Well, I mean, ones from about 2, 3, 4 years ago you can probably get for like 120, 110.
Yeah. And those work for old classic games. Or I could just use emulators and OBS.
Yeah, mine's HDMI, so...
I mean, I know people frown upon emulation sometimes for like
you're not in the
streaming.
speedrunning community, so it's whatever.
True. And also, you know, well, I mean, it's like, you know, not legitimate. It's technically piracy. But I own a lot of these games that I'm streaming. It's just easier for me to use an emulator to stream than it is.
It's so convenient, yeah.
It's just instant, whereas the hooking everything
Like when
up.
I was doing Dragon
why do
Warrior.
yeah. Like, why do I have to hook up a $150 piece of equipment to pipe in my actual thing, which I have a copy of Dragon Warrior and an NES, and plug it in? Or I could just use my USB NES controller that I have and play it on the computer, and it would be real easy. I mean, I paid for it. I could even technically rip my own ROMs. Those actually, I should get one of those things. That'd be kind of nice to have. Because then it's still technically, I think, breaking terms of service, but less piracy-ish. Because at least I do own it, and it is mine that I have a copy of. Anyway, I mean, Nintendo did it, so can't be that illegal. Never forget Super Mario Bros. 3. All right,
And that's what we know. We didn't dig. I'm sure they didn't dig into all of them.
No, or Nintendo probably made some updates in the background without telling anyone.
That reminds me.
Yep.
That reminds me. 2019 will be Rest in Peace, the Wii Shop channel.
Yes. So download your old weird Hudson Soft games for the Virtual Console.
All those.
Get your TurboGrafx 16 games and stuff.
Your Mylon Secret Castle and
there's some pretty rare stuff on the Wii Virtual Console. They did a really good job with that. They put a lot out.
Yeah.
And then
some of the rare stuff is just not good.
Yeah.
You know,
and then they completely
Double
discontinued
Dungeons.
it. But you can still play it on the Wii channel on the Wii U. So if you have a Wii U, make sure to get all those Virtual Console games onto your Wii U as well. Just to have them.
Yeah, if you've downloaded them, they exist as channels on your system, so you're all good there.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to download them.
Again.
You won't be able to download them after, I think, January of 2019, but after March of 2018, you will not be able to add more dollars or points to the system.
Yeah, so that's what we're saying is look through that back system if you have a Wii U and determine if there's anything that you really want and make sure to get it now, because I don't know if the Switch is going to have any backwards compatibility or any sort of like shop channel.
Or move up your Virtual Console at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even have a Virtual Console to begin with.
Those sweet guys are those Nintendo arcade games being ported right now.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit when it happened.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, God.
Might get the Punch-Out, though. Because the arcade Punch-Out was so good.
Yeah. I mean, there are some arcade games Nintendo did which are fine, but $8 for some of those games. It's like, you know, that's what they've been charging, but you know, that's the world we live in. But the SNES Classic, to segue, is a pretty cool thing in a pretty cool way.
I've still not hooked it up yet.
So TJ, you were successfully able to pre-order one. Can you?
Yep.
All right, let's hear your story about. I've been chatting a lot, so let's hear your story of D-Day, RE GameStop.
All right. So we were talking about what I like to refer to as the SNES Clupocalypse.
Okay.
So it went well then.
SNES Class-pocalypse. Yeah. It actually did. I mean, compared to last November with the launch of the NES Classic, where it's been like consistent 300 phone calls a day for the first 3 weeks of the system, where it was 10 units available for people to pick up. For this one, and we had the 8 pre-orders, but we had 16 additional units, which isn't a lot more, but it's still more than we got for the NES Classic through its entire run.
Yeah, and you're in an area where there's other GameStops, not like a mind-crushingly long drive away, correct? Like there's multiple other GameStops to find.
There's one less than a mile away. The mall.
Yeah. So,
but over
how many NES Classics did you get?
Over the entire life or day one?
Day one, and then maybe the entire life, if you can say.
Day one was 10. Well,
10.
It was 12, but there were 2 employee purchases.
Okay.
But still, and then throughout the entire life, I think I remember getting 7 more units total.
That's pathetic.
It was bad. It was really bad. We never got a full box afterwards. SNES Classic, we started with 24.
Yeah. That's the way it goes,
Mm-hmm.
That's way better though. I mean,
it is.
So there wasn't quite the horrible crush. Like people that didn't pre-order were able to line up early and get them.
Yep, and I've a buddy of mine, or at least a regular customer who is a buddy of mine, was the first in line. Happened to stop by like around 7 a.m. and send me a direct message on Twitter. Like, I thought there were supposed to be people here.
Yeah.
First in line. No one else started showing up until about 8:30.
You guys opened at 10.
So we opened at 10. So he was there 3 hours early, and the line didn't actually have enough people to pick up all the additional units until about 9:40.
Oh wow! So
because
you could have showed up a half hour early and gotten one.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Well, that's good.
Wasn't too horrible. And the amount of phone calls I've got since, I don't think I even got 80 phone calls that first day. It was not that bad. And, with everything going as it did, there were a lot of people that were actually confused about this particular launch.
Okay.
I know I got at least 10 phone calls that were people that were legitimately asking and not just being mistaken about, do you guys have the NES Classic? I heard you guys were restocking. Like, no, that wasn't it. It was the launch of the other unit, the one for the Super Nintendo, the SNES Classic. Like, oh, we got any of those? I had one who was legit disappointed that the SNES Classic did not take additional cartridge. Like, you couldn't use a cartridge in it. Like, they had a Super Nintendo cartridge to be able to put it in there. And I almost got him in to pick up because we have a pre-owned Super Nintendo in the store. But otherwise, it was pretty smooth. But my original word of God, the word from corporate, was that there were going to be like additional units or bundles or something available to do ship to home. And we were talking about this. I was hoping there'd be like normal people bundles, which is like system, an additional wireless controller, and then like the playing with superpower guide. But
oh yeah, I was wondering
nothing.
if I want to buy that book actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I ordered it.
The book it's a hardcover book, right?
there's a hard and a soft cover book.
Uh-huh.
Soft cover is 20. The hard cover is 45.
45.
The
We're gonna
hardcover
pay
comes with some
25. Oh wait, what does it come with?
the hardcover comes with some additional stuff, some art stills
Okay.
and whatnot. But the guide itself comes with a foreword by Reggie Fils-Aimé,
Yeah.
and then it's not just the guides for all the games. That's what I thought it was just going to be solely that, but it's even like here's some interviews and things with speedrunners who run these particular games. So I haven't opened it up yet because I don't have it, and the hardcover guide we have is kind of sealed.
Yeah.
But there's got to be an interview with Trihex for Yoshi's Island, because when you
Yeah.
think of Yoshi's Island speedrunners, he's the guy.
Yeah.
I can't think of any of the more popular speedrunners of any of the other games in the collection. I know Super Mario World has a decent following. Mega Man X has a really big speedrunning community.
Yeah.
But a lot of the other ones I can't think of, at least off the top of my head.
That's pretty cool. It's a neat little book. I know that the NES one also had a hardcover book that was pretty neat as well. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
A little historical
But,
information as well as some guides for playing.
But
Man.
yeah, there were no bundles available at all day. There was no
No.
way for us to order like things for people. Even people are willing to pay the quote scalper prices, but they get additional stuff. There may have been some on the website because I heard the website crash at like 1 a.m. But it's
Yeah.
kind of like you had mentioned at least before the podcast today, is that if you had just got up, waited in line, you probably got one. If you try to do it through the internet way, you probably did not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically kind of what the when I'm reading online here, Polygon had an article about the launch being, basically not quite as terrible. Most people basically, as long as you weren't waiting online at midnight to try and order one before they sold out, like Target's had like 30 to 50 units in them. A lot of people were saying I walked in 9 o'clock and was able to pick one up after, an hour after they opened, because they just had a lot. Because Target really didn't do much pre-orders at all, and has far fewer number of stores than a lot of the other retailers. So they probably had a little bit easier time getting those strategically located in busier areas. So I'm going to tell my story of picking up the SNES Classic, because I had
While you're doing that,
Yep, go.
while you're doing that, I'm going to do an eBay check to see what the average price is for confirmed sells.
Well, I've already got the Amazon prices up too. So you tell me the eBay price, I'll tell you the Amazon prices that are competing. So, all right, it was earlier in the day on Thursday. I was just like, man, I really need to get one of these things. Like, I really want one, and it sounds like they're going to be easier to get. And I'm trying to think of, I work on Friday. I had a super busy week at work, and I really knew I wasn't going to be able to come in late on Friday, and try and camp out somewhere, especially since a lot of game retailers open at 10. Best Buy opened at 10. Although Best Buy was doing a cool thing with their pre-orders, which is handing out tickets at 7 a.m. To a line. They said that if you were lined up at 7 a.m., you would get a ticket if they had one, and you could come back before the end of the day and pick it up anytime. So I could have just driven there for lunch, grab mine. But so that was a nice thing they did. But I was like, you know what? I'll just do midnight at Walmart, because I know a 24-hour Walmart that I can get. And I talked to my brother, because I was like, I need someone to go with me. And I talked to my brother, and he was just like, I was just like, maybe we should go to the Monroe Walmart, because I looked online on Brickseek, and the Walmart in Madison or Monona had a supercenter open 24 hours, had 34 units. The one in Monroe, which is a town of a little over 12,000 people, had 20, versus the Madison area having close to 500,000 people in the full metropolitan area. I was like, okay, so I don't know of too many other places open at midnight that will have them in this area. So the Madison one's probably going to have a lot of people at it. Whereas I figured the Monroe one would be easier. So I pick up my brother. We start heading down the highway towards Monroe. It's an hour drive from Madison about, or maybe 45 minutes. And I was like, all right. He called the Monroe at about 9 o'clock when we were on the road. And I was like, or like 8:50 we were on the road. And I was like, and he was like, all right, the guy said they're doing one per customer. They got 20 and there are 5 people in line. And I was like, fuck, already? Before 9, there's 5. That's a quarter. And so he called the Walmart Monona, and they were like, they wouldn't say how many they had. The Walmart Monona, throughout the entire night in this ordeal, would not tell people how many they had. They were like, we can't tell you, which is totally false, because they totally could. And I want to call out the Walmart Monona for being bad and awful, but we'll get to that later.
Putting you on blast, Walmart Monona.
I will. No, because it was fucking terribly managed. So the one in Monroe, obviously the person who was running it knew what they were talking about. They knew the number, they knew the people, and he said he expected a big surge of people to show up in a half hour or so. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to rush down there. So he called the Monona one. He was like, oh, there's about 11 people in line. And so I was like, okay, so that's only a third spoken for. So we were like, you know what? Fuck it. And I raced back, went to Monona, and got in line. And there was a big line, but I was number 18, and my brother was number 17 in line. And I was like, all right. Whew. I was like, I think there's 34, and people in line were like, I don't know. I heard there were 24. I heard that. I think there were 34 when I got up there. It looked like there was probably, at least 15 or so left. So, so we got in line at 9 o'clock. And like maybe 9:10, and we just stood there, and they didn't really have a place for us, so we just kind of all snaked around the entire electronics section. Walmart employees kept yelling at us for being in the way, because we were in an aisle where they were moving lots of pallets through, and I kept saying they told us to stand here, so that's where we're standing. And the guy looked really mad, and I was like, well, just get out of the way when you're coming through. And then probably around 9:30ish, 10 o'clock-ish, some younger kids who I think were probably not, maybe high school workers or something, I don't know, or maybe early college student workers age, came out and were looking at us and counting people. And they're like, hey, can you snake around here? So we made a snake rather than a giant line spanning half the Walmart. Not really giant, because there was only 30 of us at that point. And then she stood at a head count and counted all of us and was like, okay, there's 30 people in the line. She's like, all right. And someone was like, oh, how many do you have? She's like, I can't tell you that. It's like, okay. And the lady was like, okay. But she's like, but if you're in line now, you're going to be fine. Because obviously they knew how many there were, but they weren't going to tell people in line, which is the most insane shit. I'm sure what happened was Walmart had zero company oversight about how the launches were to be done at the Midnight Walmart. They completely left it up to the local workers. The problem with doing the midnight launch with that is that I guarantee you a shift change happened at 10 o'clock, because that is when second shift ends and third shift begins. And there was no handoff, because after they came out and counted us around 20 people, I never saw a single person again until they started selling them to us. So the line got to about... It kept going, and people kept, filtering in as the night went on. I'd say around 10, 15-ish, guy number 34 strolled in. I don't think he got one, because somebody else was, when they did the head count, wasn't there, and it was the partner of the person who was waiting, and she had been just looking in the store for stuff and then came back and got in line. And I didn't think she was buying one. I thought she was just standing there, but then when they started selling them, she was in line, so she was buying one. Probably to sell. I will say, hearing the chatter, most of the people there were buying them to scalp. It seemed.
Dicks.
Yes, because people were like, well, I got 2 pre-orders, picking this one up. I want to hit Target tomorrow morning. It's like, great. Okay, awesome. I mean, to be fair to these people, at least this time around, if you actually wanted to show up 2 or 3 hours early, you were able to get one. It wasn't like camping, you had to camp 6 hours to get a pre-order. So if you actually felt like you really wanted one and you decided to show up, I was planning on showing up about 2-3 hours early. If I would have shown up 2 hours early, it would have been sketchy. So I'm glad I did 3. But there was no rhyme or reason. Everyone was worried. The guy in front of me said he was there for the NES launch last year, and he said people just started pushing and stuff because there was no order. They didn't. This is the same store that had a problem last year with people shoving and cutting line and stuff, and so But you could tell the people in the very front. Everyone had chairs, camp chairs. At least the people that had been there before me. A lot of them had camp chairs they were just sitting in. The three people in front looked like a biker guys, like in their late 50s. Like these people probably rode motorcycles. It looked like they had that bandanas and beards, and I doubt that they were going to play the SNES Classic. I think they were looking to flip them as well. But there were some people that looked like me and my brother that looked like legitimately really wanted one to play, and we're talking about all the games on it. So there were definitely not just scalpers, but there were some people that were like, I'm gonna make some money off this thing. They were in line. So I fucking hate that shit, but I gotta say, what can you do? You gotta make more units, Nintendo, and hopefully that's what happens, and they get a lot more shipments, and these eBay people aren't able to sell them, and they're gonna have to sell them for maybe $100 or something by the end of the year. So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So speaking of eBay people,
yeah,
let's take a look. So as I was peeking at eBay's, like buy it nows or place. I'm looking at things that are ending soonest. So buy it nows or things that were starting at $150. No one's touching.
Yeah.
No one's touching the 150s. The ones that are being bid up to, the highest I see is a 145. There are people for 135.
I saw some eBay ones that were about 250. Buy it now and stuff, but they're probably sitting there for a while. Yeah, I will say right now I have the Amazon page up, and we've got a lot of people that just launched their own little stores here. It looks like the going rate seems to be $185 with $4 shipping is the lowest, and then there's 186, 187, 188, just kind of going up here. It seems
that eBays are typically falling around like the 120s and 130s.
Yeah.
So, although there are a couple.
Yep, go.
There are a couple of things here that are like around 300, but it's a SNES Classic and an NES Classic together.
I'll say there are 499 used or new sales on here. There were 500 people. And so that's what I think is happening here with the scalping, is that A, there was more stock, and B, there's a lot more people that scalp these than last time, because people saw what the demand was for the NES Classic. So like, fuck, I gotta get out there and get one of these to scalp, because people are selling these for $250. This one's going to sell for more because it costs more. But that doesn't seem to be what's happening. So, man, you get one of these for $120. That's a markup, but not insane.
It's definitely not
crazy, but it's not like you're getting completely ripped off, like 5 times the price. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I just want to say, Monona Walmart, get your fucking shit together. Seriously, give people tickets, have someone come out, and so by the end of the night, I'd say there are people filtering in. There are people that showed up at like 10:20. They were like number 38 in line. They were definitely not getting one. They had to wait the entire time. They had to wait almost 2 fucking hours to be told they couldn't get one. Like, that's just fucking disrespectful to people's time. Like, seriously, get the line, say how many there are, give people fucking tickets, and say, all right, wait here. Or if you give people tickets, say you can mill around the store and come back here 30 minutes before and get into a line with the number on your ticket. That'd be the easiest fucking way to do it. And if I was running, I would have done that. Clearly the people at Walmart didn't fucking care enough for, like, there was probably, TJ, like 80 people in line by the time it got to midnight. So more than half the people there did not get one. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane. I don't know what those people were doing, like holding out hope, because there were definitely people that walked up and like looked at their phone, obviously looking at the numbers that it was saying, and were like, nah, okay, I'm just going to leave. Because why wait? Because there were 34, and there were like 100% like 34. How many per box, TJ? Do you know?
6 per box.
It was a 6 per box. Okay, so there were, let me count. So, yeah.
5 boxes and a partial.
Yep. That's exactly what it was. There were 5 boxes, and there were a couple sitting outside of a box. So there's probably 4 out of the box. So they had 34. Great. Fucking A, dude. Because the guy wheeled the thing over. Oh, also Walmart. One fucking checkout for this. They just checked them out as they handed them to you, which I guess is probably the simplest way to do it without worrying about people like trying to like steal people's while they're walking all the way up to the front. You know, like you didn't want people walking past without having paid for it with the receipt. But I know when I got mine at number 18, I was like, okay. I took the bag, wrapped the handle around my arm to keep it secure, and I was like, let's get the fuck out of here. I need to buy cat food and stuff. And I was like, no, I'm not going to stick around in here past the people getting pissed off that they waited for 2 hours to not get one. And so we booked it out of there. And I got cat food at the Walgreens, the 24-hour Walgreens on the way home. So, yeah, it was a mess, but not like terrible. 34 people got them. Like if you showed up at 9:30, you got one. You know, 2.5 hours, not crazy. It sucked. I'll tell you, standing for 3 hours is not fun on a concrete floor. Not a great experience. Shout out to the. I'm gonna guess he was Japanese. Probably a student at the college because he was watching on his phone the entire time, like Japanese television, like you know that Japanese television where it's like a bunch of people like talking and like text on the screen and like laughing and a little picture of a guy like
the lower corner.
Like yeah, I was like it could have been Korean though too, because Korean TV is kind of similar, and I didn't want to like stare at what he was watching the whole time.
So basically, it was our podcast with text.
Yep, I would like to mention that that guy. Bring fucking headphones. Seriously.
Oh, he was listening without headphones?
Yeah, I fucking hate people do that. A lot of people had headphones and were watching stuff on their phones. There are people with their Switches playing games and stuff, and I told my brother, man, we should have brought our Switches, because you could have played like Mario Kart or something, because the Switch has near field, right? You don't have to have Wi-Fi? They can communicate to each other?
Yes, they can communicate to each other.
Yeah, so we could have played that, but whatever.
You don't have to connect to a hotspot, but I think it might still use Wi-Fi technology.
Maybe we wouldn't have been able to do it then. But whatever. I could have played something.
No, you would have been able to do it. You could do it with no internet, but I think it still uses Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but they talk to each other. We don't need a intermediate. Yeah. So we could have probably played with other people on the line. People probably we could search for local games and played some Mario Kart, which I don't have, but I might buy in the future. So it wasn't terrible. I got one. TJ, you've hooked yours up and used it, right? You just were raring to get it out of the box. Have you opened the box?
No. I could unbox it on stream.
Ooh. All right, let's do a live unboxing.
Lock the camera
let's see if I can reach it.
All right. Well, while he's looking for it, I'm gonna say, I played mine. I played Secret of Mana, which I never beat. But it's a really cool, like, kind of Zelda /
Did you find
RPG.
out the secret?
No, I haven't gotten that far yet. But I played the CRT mode, TJ. The CRT emulation actually looks really good with the CRT emulation. It looks really cool. Oh,
walking on sunshine.
Oh.
So it's a really cool thing. The boxes are tiny. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize how small the boxes were. Like I thought they were big.
Compressed air for scale.
Yeah, they're not huge.
Yeah, that is tiny.
Yep.
I saw so many pictures on Friday of like SNES Classic boxes with somebody's thumb in the lower left corner. Like online, it's just holding boxes all day.
Yep, I had mine too at midnight. I was like, fucking got one. TJ, what you probably don't really need to unbox this live. There's nothing in there.
It'll be great for the audio listeners.
Yeah, TJ TJ's licking. We need you to lick the SNES Classic to see if there is the bittering technology on it.
And the controllers. Controllers.
Don't forget. Don't want a child eating the controller. There's actually comes with a pretty cool poster, which I thought was nice.
If I really wanted to die, I could lick the back of my cell phone case, because this thing's got to be littered with germs at this point.
You'd either die or become like some sort of super immune to every disease. Like you built up an immunity to everything. Ooh,
Back of my
not
cell phone
good.
case was not.
Not good.
The back of my cell phone case was not good.
This is good. This is great.
Oh.
Great podcast right now. You rocking an OtterBox there? It looked like.
It's an OtterBox, 2-piece, the rubber with the plastic shell.
Oh, nice.
I went orange and gray because they didn't have a green at all, and this was when Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was coming out. A lot of that stuff was orange and gray, and then also Yokai Watch. All the promo materials were orange for Jibanyan and gray for Whisper.
Kada. Oh, look at that guy.
So
They look really
I've
cool.
heard of some
Tiny.
people. Yeah, it is
like hand
size of my
size.
hand.
Yep. You palm that.
So that being said, I've heard of some people. Now, first of all, the plugins are kind of in the front. You kind of pull this off and
Yeah.
pull it forward.
Oh,
Comes with 2 controllers. The NES Classic only came with 1, correct? Controller?
Yes, correct.
Uh-huh.
The NES Classic only came with 1 controller. That's probably why they justified the price.
Yeah. 60.
So there's
This
that.
is 80. Oh. You got a sperm worm coming down. As our child free
oh
would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
TJ has been interrupted. Anyway, maybe while TJ's doing this, I'll find a worst of Reddit to find in the future.
My new favorite subreddit is ATBGE, which stands for awful taste but great execution.
Yeah.
It's
What
like a
is it
lot
about?
of like. Let me look and see what's on the front page. Okay, here is a gun that is painted to look exactly like the Nintendo Blaster.
Okay.
Here's a really well done, detailed tattoo of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay. Great idea. Actually, you know, I was like looking through the worst of Reddit.com, and I really just need to go to r/childfree to find something that's awful. So. Okay. TJ's gonna have to take a break because he's. Wait, no, you're back. Okay, good. Because I got a good worst of Reddit to come in. So.
Awesome. So first of all, there are a lot of people who actually bought some off-colored paint to actually paint the spots that would go off color on the actual unit.
Oh, nice.
That's really funny.
Anyway, time for a lick test.
Lick test.
And then no one will buy this. No one will get value because it has my DNA on it. And they can place it at a crime scene.
Yeah.
Start with the side, the bottom, and the top.
Yep.
Kind of tastes like I remember the Super Nintendo tasting.
Yeah.
That right kind of plastic.
I'll be right back.
It's a little harder to do. Does the angle, especially with my microphone in the way.
Hard to lick.
Yep. The bottom. Should I go over the rubber nub on one of the corners? Probably should. So definitely not bitter, not at all. I would say almost like the residue you would get from accidentally putting a plastic bag in your mouth. That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Plastic bag flavor.
He's got an original Super Nintendo.
It tastes like decades.
It is decades.
Yeah.
Look at that grime. Oh.
Great. So yeah, it's got 2 controllers. The cords are short, but not as short. Little power adapter. The controllers are awesome. They really feel good.
They feel right.
Yeah, I think
Right.
I think there's. Hopefully they'll have like a USB converter for that plug, so I could use it on the other things.
There probably already is,
Yeah.
but actually there is a trick.
Yep.
This is, other than the fact that the shape is wrong,
Yeah.
the technology that we used on their Wii remotes.
Yeah.
In fact, I got Wii remotes here.
The Wiimote, please.
The Wii remote.
The Wiimote. Okay.
The technology they use on the Wii remote
Wiimote.
The Wiimote.
is USB.
Okay.
USB down here. I think the female is the male USB,
Okay.
and the male is the female USB.
Got it.
I don't have a like 2-sided USB thing to try it out with. So the male of a USB would actually, if you did it right or like got some stuff out of the way, go into the, I don't remember anymore. There was a trick with it.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry.
No, sorry, male does go into female.
Okay. I'm just looking at Reddit again.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
it doesn't have to, Mr. Conservative.
Yeah, come on. Don't be cis normative. Anyway, well, that's an unboxing. There's not really much in there but some controllers and a power thing.
And,
It's cool.
The non-live listeners, I hope you enjoyed your audio experience.
TJ put a controller in his mouth. How is it? How is it? Is this a new amiibo? Is this TJ's Nintendo peripheral corner? See if you can fit the whole
I
thing in
don't
your
mind.
mouth.
Can
No,
I fit
don't-
it in my mouth?
Don't put an entire SNES controller in your mouth.
I don't mind being the one that helps people take
So
advantage of their vor fantasies.
TJ,
Yeah,
Bet City.
TJ
Bet
is
City.
asking the tough questions so that our listeners don't have to.
TJ, let's bet.
What we're betting
Nintendo
on.
next year, what do they got? What's the next classic system?
No. They already
Virtu-
have the patent on it.
Virtual
Hope it
Boy
does not
Classic.
happen.
Virtual Boy Classic.
What's
No.
gonna happen?
Game
They
Boy
have the They already have the
Classic.
patent on the frick.
It's gonna be
I would love that.
scaled down.
N64 Classic.
It's gonna
I
be
guarantee
scaled
you.
down the same ratio though,
Oh.
so it's impossible to hold.
Game Boy Classic. Make it fucking happen. Handheld
Okay.
Game Boy Classic. This form factor would be perfect. Would not be hard
Yep.
for them to do.
The Game Boy Color form factor. What games?
Oh my god.
Top 10 games.
I'm trying to think. Link's Awakening DX.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the one I
Um,
was gonna say.
I would say you can put Tetris on there. That was like one of the first versions of Tetris I ever played. That's a good one.
Mario Land
Classic.
1 and 2.
Mario Land 1 and 2. Mario Land 1 I actually beat legitimately on a stream, I think. In like one sitting. I didn't realize I had to save state for the final boss, but I got through it. So I guess I didn't legitimately beat it, but I got
can still
through a
legitimately
lot
beat
of
it.
that game.
Yeah.
I think I legitimately beat it as a kid, along with the second one.
I always associate Game Boy with playing the old school arcade Donkey Kong. But I don't know if that's a universal thing or if it's just
that
happened to
Donkey
be
Kong's
one
hard.
I had.
Probably like Final Fantasy Legend, maybe, or Final
That game's
Fantasy
hard.
Adventure.
Game Boy Camera.
Oh my God! Yes, Game Boy Camera.
Game Boy Camera.
Oh my God! They have
No,
to
no,
put
no,
that out
no,
with the good
no.
camera.
No. Game Boy Camera needs to be a smartphone app.
Oh
Yeah,
dude.
like
I
it'll
love
take
the
your
Game Boy
picture and
camera.
pixelate it.
I don't know where my Game Boy camera is right now, but I still have that, and there's still photos of like my old cats when I was growing up and stuff. It's pretty awesome. I love that thing.
Didn't it print it
Oh,
on
man.
like receipt paper? Like that
Yeah, I got a printer
Basically.
at a garage sale.
That's awesome.
I don't think there's Game Boy Classic games. I want to see what people say online because I could say a bunch. Oh, okay. Here we go. Pokemon Red, Blue. I'd say.
Yeah,
Are they going to do Game Boy Original or Game Boy Color?
Game Boy Color and Original technically are the same hardware. It's just the display output. So that together is one system, and Game Boy Advance is the next iteration. So
I think Pokemon Red,
Advance.
Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow, or all three. Probably not all three, but they'll do that. Metroid 2 for sure.
I have a physical copy of that somewhere.
Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land. Let me think. Kirby's Dream Land and Kirby's Dream Land 2, both great.
They made some weird other Kirby games for that system though too. The Kirby's Pinball Land.
Yeah.
And Kirby Block Ball, which is essentially like Arkanoid or Breakout.
Yeah.
Don't put those on there. They're great. They're horrible.
Wario Land 2 and 3 would be great. Because those are
4
awesome.
was Game Boy Advance.
Dr. Mario.
I'm just looking at like what the best Game Boy games of all time were. I'm trying to find a good list. There's a lot.
I know there's some
Metal
really
Gear
bad
Solid.
games. I played like Terminator 2 on there.
Oh, Castlevania
really
2
bad.
Belmont's Revenge. That was good. I had that one.
Oh yeah.
Classic. Donkey Kong Land.
The Mega Man's.
Dr. Mario.
The Mega Man's
really
for Game Boy were pretty. The Mega Man's for Game Boy were pretty dang hard.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Legend 2. I played a lot of that.
Played the first emulated.
Yeah, I have that. I played so much. Gargoyle's Quest is really good.
Which
Gargoyle's Quest. That was
yeah.
the Ghosts and Goblins, like, not sequel, but you play the villain, but you have your own game. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, yeah, there's a Harvest Moon for Game Boy that was good. The Kid Icarus.
That's actually at my store right now.
Kid Icarus for Game Boy was really good. Although they already put that out.
The Harvest Moons for Game Boy. The first one was for original Game Boy. Second one was one of those black cartridges that were color on the color and regular on the Game Boy. And then the third one is color only.
Yeah.
All three of those are at my store right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game was really good on that. It's called Fall of the Foot Clan. Actually, at Summer Games Done Quick, a guy did
Oh yeah, that was
guy
good.
did a speed run of it, and it's actually kind of like a Metroidvania where you like you like save each turtle, and each turtle has their like own abilities to get through the levels, and it's actually really cool. So there's at least 20 or so games that'd be real good for that.
I know Battletoads was the Battletoads for Game Boy was really hard, a lot harder than the one for NES.
Okay,
Not
the
that the NES one is
N64.
any easier.
So the N64 Classic Edition. Okay, they're gonna put that shit out. They're definitely going to. Okay, first off, what do you say? They got to put 4 controllers in the box. Make it 100. Put 4 controllers in there, like, because that is how that game is meant to be played.
Do you think they clear the licensing with all of the parties involved and get GoldenEye on the system?
They have to get GoldenEye on the system. Like, if you look at, if you search Nintendo 64, the first game that shows up is GoldenEye 007, second Super Mario 64. Like, GoldenEye is such a...
I'm surprised Mario 64 over... I'm surprised that over Mario Kart.
Yeah, Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64. Banjo-Kazooie is not going to happen, unfortunately.
We'll see. That's one of the same issues with GoldenEye, though.
Yeah. Well, GoldenEye is different, though, because it isn't owned by a rival hardware manufacturer.
GoldenEye was made by Rare.
Yeah, but it's not owned by Rare anymore. It's owned by...
Activision may have the game rights, but you have to clear that. You have to clear the engine rights if we're going to do it on N64, and that is Rare. You got to clear the film rights, and you got to get Brosnan on board. For his likeness.
I think because a bunch of the stuff that Rare made for the N64 didn't go over. I know that Banjo-Kazooie was bought by Microsoft, but not a lot of the other stuff was.
It's complicated in terms of IP versus who owns engines and whatnot.
Activision owns the license for James Bond games now.
Yes.
But
every game still has to get cleared with the estate of what's his face and the film studios.
I think they could get it because this thing is so popular. Like, okay, I got another thing, right? Pokemon Stadium comes out, but also if you have your Game Boy Classic with red and blue, you can upload your, you could connect it. How fucking cool would that be?
What if you just make it wireless and work with the 3DS digital downloads?
Nope. They're not going to connect that to this Nintendo. They're only going to. This is a separate line. The classics do not communicate with the regular consoles. Pokemon Snap,
right.
the Zeldas.
What crappy games are going to be on there? Because they got to throw one or two crappy games.
Yoshi's Story.
Yes, that game is not amazing.
No. They got to put
Quest 64.
They got to put Rogue Squadron on there.
I don't know. I don't think they could
64.
do any of the Star Wars licenses. I feel like that would
Mario
be
Party
difficult.
2.
3.
Well, any of
I will go. Yeah.
any of the Mario Paper Mario for sure will be on there.
Yep.
Probably terrible. Well, Paddle Wing 64 was not great.
Okay.
But it was novel
Smash Brothers.
to play a 3D flight sim.
That yet?
Smash Brothers is 100% on there. Yeah. Bad Game Excitebike 64. I think that could be on there.
Okay. Yeah.
Kirby Crystal Shards is a good game. That'll be on there.
South Park.
Yeah.
South Park in 64 game.
Controversial statement. Bad game would be Donkey Kong 64.
Fair enough.
It did not run well.
I watched a speed run of that. You could go through walls like almost all the time.
They put the Doom 64 on there.
Yep.
Oh, they gotta put the Superman game on. Okay. They need WCW versus NWO Revenge. That's probably my number one most played game besides no, that's it. On the 64, probably GoldenEye or that, like of the two.
How about StarCraft 64?
Yeah.
The other big wrestling game on there is WWF No Mercy.
Yeah, No Mercy was good too, but that was a little too late.
Yep.
That was in 2000. I already started moving on to the PlayStation at that point.
Cartridges actually of that had to be recalled because there was a save deleting glitch in it.
Okay, underrated game right now, Beetle Adventure Racing.
1080
Love
snowboarding.
That game. 1080 snowboarding, yes, that'll be on there because Nintendo owns
Oh
that.
yeah.
And that was an awesome game. Turok.
You gotta
course.
throw one of the Army games in there.
Do I have
Jet
Turok
Force
1 and 2?
Gemini? I played that,
Yeah.
but I don't
That's
remember
still on my Rare
anything
though,
about it.
and they re-released it on the Rare Replay,
Yeah, basically anything that was on Rare Replay can't be on this.
which means Blast Cores or Blast Core.
Also
Sad.
not. Blast Core isn't that great.
Harvest
Wave
Moon
Race 64.
I like it.
Bomberman 64 is awesome. The single-player story is incomprehensibly difficult, but the multiplayer was really fun. I played so many hours of that.
Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut.
Oh wait, no, Clay Fighter 63 and a half or whatever.
63 and a third. Yeah.
63 and a third, yeah. Oh man. Anyway, so
Throw a
there's
cruising
actually,
game on it?
man, I was thinking about Cruising USA. I was thinking about this, like, I don't know if it's going to be on there, but there's actually a pretty decent library of good games for the 64. You could get 20, you could get 30 easy.
I keep forgetting about F-Zero X. That one was actually good.
Get down. My cat's standing on the banister. Get the fuck down.
Gauntlet Legends.
Gauntlet Legends. That's a good game.
Yep.
Okay, we got to stop this chat. We got to move on.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep looking at lists of video games.
Yep. Good luck on the
I'm
SNES
still doing
Classic Edition. You can find one. Let me go to Amazon
I've got
right
one
now.
on eBay right now.
Yep.
I've got one on eBay right now for $79.98, freshly licked.
Nice. I'd like to read the review for the NES Classic Edition on Amazon from Amazon customer verified purchase. I wish I had seen a comment like this on here. Giving everyone a heads up about some NES Classic Editions. I bought one for $162 and received it today. Box contents all were real. Went to start up the system, it didn't work. I got it to work, and by my surprise, it was not real. It only had 7 games on it. The other games didn't work and aren't on the console. So this person got a 3D printed box with a Raspberry Pi or some garbage in it with like 4 games that somebody was flipping on here. Yeah, Amazon sucks for buying technology because they basically, unless it is, and this is like an advocacy that I need to like get out there for people, and like unless it says sold by Amazon, then don't buy it. Like, because you're going to possibly get fucked. Because anyone can sell it's like eBay. Amazon is. Anyone can sell anything on eBay that they want. Anything can sell anyone on Amazon they want. Only buy from sellers with lots of positive ratings, with like over 30 or 40. I mean, there's not many on here. Like Retro Gaming Merchant right here has a used one for $200 fucking dollars. Or just wait, because next summer they're coming out. So, anyway. Fucking bullshit scammers and scalpers. Can we talk about r/childfree for a minute?
I wish we would.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, we're here at the bowels of Reddit again. I don't know if Matt has a stinger for me, but I'm going to keep vamping until he gets it. Take a little sip of water.
How about this?
Okay, we got 3 threads we could do. Not safe for work. Pregnancy impregnation fetish.
Okay.
Discussion. Proud of my abortion. Okay? And number 3, support. I regret having a child badly. You got a 3-headed hydra here. Okay, let's do the pregnancy impregnation fetish. It's real good.
Yeah, that one seems like it would be the least sad.
Well, we're going to do 2. The abortion one is really long and interesting, but I am subscribed to this subreddit because, yes, like the rest of you, I do not wish to have children. Our reasons vary, but we all wish to remain childless. We all 3 of us, more than 2, whatever, whatever you got. That being said, I wish to be frank about something that is and remains a fantasy of mine: breeding/impregnation/pregnancy. So while I wholeheartedly agree with my fellow child-free members on the points brought up in the subreddit, whenever someone posts dialogue from non-child-free people that is something sexist/pro-breeding, like "you are meant to pump out children" or the like, I admit getting a bit of a thrill. Does anyone else on here, despite happily remaining child-free, seem similarly aroused, turned on by things like that? Like I said, it's a fantasy. That's how it will stay. But it's one fantasy that really gets my blood boiling. Blush. I love that this person's fantasy is to procreate. Like, this is the thing that they are, like, meant to do, and it's a fetish. You know what I mean? Like, it's just funny.
It's like, it makes me feel so dirty.
Having a kid's so dirty. All right. Let's go to this person who's got 500 upvotes, and it's anonymous. They have posted only this in both this subreddit and a subreddit called r/fence sitter, where people are deciding whether or not to have kids. Oh, so anyway, which I think is funny. I mean, well, you got people talk about stuff, but it's just like, you're thinking too much about this, man. Like, have a kid or don't.
And if you're trying to decide, don't ask Reddit.
Yeah. I regret having a child badly. My child will hopefully never read this. No, that's not what they said, but, it's always a good thing to have. I know I'll probably catch hell for this. I'm using an anonymous account, so no one will recognize me. I'm 25, and my wife is the same age. We're settled into a home, married, and financially stable. We both have decent jobs making decent money. We have a 2-year-old, and I love him. But if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have children. The cost to raise them, feed them, daycare, diapers, formula, insurance, and everything just plain sucks. It's expensive raising a child, and it's taxing on us both financially and emotionally. I feel like we both feel a sense of regret. We'll never allow our child to see this or know it, but it's there. We're thinking... So, it's there. I'm thinking about this and telling strangers online about these feelings, but our child will never know this. I'm going to say that your child will probably figure it out if this is the way you're thinking. This is the life we have now. No more fancy vacations. No more spur-of-the-moment shopping trips. I feel so helpless. I'd love to pursue my dream of starting a business or investing my money into something risky with a potentially large return. I just can't do it now since we have little human to feed and care for. If you're reading this and sitting on the fence about children, just know there are those who do regret the decision. Anonymous. There you are. They cross-posted it to r/fence-sitter, which apparently is the community that is all about that.
All about sitting on fences.
So I'll say this as well. Postpartum depression happens to guys as well.
Yep.
Like, see a counselor, guy. I know, having talked to a lot of people that have had kids, it can get tough around 2-3. Because kids can do a lot more and are a little bit harder to take care of. Because when you got a baby, you can just put the crib in the living room and watch TV, you know. But when you have a 2-year-old, they want to do stuff, and you gotta do stuff, and they take a little bit more work. But I know that when your kids get older, they're a little bit more self-sufficient, and things change quite a bit. Because like when I was a kid, we went on vacations. Maybe not until we were like 8 or 9, but then we started going places. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of one of those things. It's like, I think one of the people actually specifically says, you need to probably talk to someone about this. Go to some parenting subs and talk about people. Because, I mean, it's a serious thing. Like, postpartum depression's a real thing. Like, so you need to probably talk to a therapist.
And if you're feeling this way, your kid's going to figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way to have that. But, you know what you could do is be proud of your abortion. This is the final one I have. This is a long post. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. So let's talk about this. All right. All the things that would matter in this kind. I have mental and physical health issues that are expensive to treat. I have no business passing on these genes to a child. I grew up in extreme poverty and experienced a lot of abuse and hunger. My mother was mentally ill and struggled with that. I grew up super conservative and been protesting at abortion clinics since I was quite young up until college. Having an abortion was at multiple doctors' recommendations. I mean, again, you can talk to a genetic counselor if you're worried about passing on illnesses, and it might be the best choice for you. Listen to your doctor, right? If I had chosen to have the kid, I would have gotten so much support from my colleagues at work, my family, friends, and even strangers. But when I made this choice, I got no support at all, except from medical providers. Even my partner at the time was uneasy with it, and I'm not allowed to say I'm proud of it, as there's nothing to be proud of. Well, screw it. I'm proud that I followed the advice from my doctors, who were terrified I'd kill myself or relapse further into an eating disorder if I stayed pregnant. I'm proud that I didn't bring another human to this world when I couldn't physically and emotionally support it. I'm proud. Let's see here. Okay. I wish someone could. I just like that this person had this difficult life choice that they made at the advice of their doctors, and they say, I wish someone would congratulate me on making a responsible choice. Instead, I'm surrounded by a society that seems to fetishize motherhood baby making. I grew up hungry, poor, with no winter jacket, and a lot of abuse. What's so great about bringing children into a world like that? Nobody's gonna give you a fucking medal for getting an abortion. Like, I don't think people really congratulate people for having kids that much either. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, good for you. Like, great. But, you know what I mean? This is a tough one. This took a turn.
Yeah. Because, like, as it went on, it
makes sense.
More just like, yes, you did the right thing. So I'm not going to make fun of this person or anything.
No, but I'm also going to make fun of the idea that they think that they need some sort of validation from other people about their choice. Like, I feel like if you make this choice and it's the correct choice by your doctors, what can you say? I'm not going to go want to get congratulated because I went in and got, a surgery that I needed to stay healthy.
See, I
You know
want to
what I
be
mean?
congratulated for everything that I do all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with this millennial generation, is that you gotta get a medal for participating and everything. I think it's interesting that there's no, like, I just like that she says, I don't know if I want to say if I'm proud because there's nothing to be proud of. Screw it, I'm proud. I did what my doctor said. Yeah, you should do what your doctors say. They say you're not healthy enough to have a kid, don't have a kid. You don't want to steal Magnolia situation.
Yeah, don't steal those magnolias.
Theater reference. Have you seen Steel Magnolias?
Nope.
That's an issue that happens in that. If you're a type 1 diabetic, having children is difficult. That's all I'll say. So, yeah. Wow, I really brought the podcast down with that one. I only read the last paragraph and not the stuff before that, so I do apologize for bringing this really real human issue of somebody, but I'm glad that they did not die and were able to be healthy. And
you know
I'm
who did die
away now for bringing that up. Yep.
You know who did die, John?
I know.
Sir Hubert Hefner.
Yes.
Of the weird Sex Palace and magazine.
Yes. His wake will be an open casket available for passing around your treehouse as a child, as is tradition. That's a joke stolen from Patton Oswalt, which I thought was pretty good. I gotta give him credit on Twitter. He wrote it better than I just said it. But my other favorite Twitter reaction to Hugh Hefner's death was he died of big natural causes. Which I appreciated. Yeah, you know, man, the guy lived to be 91.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I thought an interesting thing was some of the Twitter, the leftist Twitter that I follow had
in your bubble, your liberal bubble,
had some really hot takes when it came to Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, I didn't
about how he was misogynistic and sexist and all this stuff, and exploited women, and it's like I maybe objectified women, but exploiting is difficult because, you know, like, can I go through the posts of all the people that were on Playboy's like pages that were women that modeled, that like posted tributes and stuff, you know? Like, I think people really liked being in Playboy. Like, it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a really big status symbol for a while.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like people have, like, dude, I'm sorry to say though, like, some women are really proud of their naked bodies and they appreciate being able to show it off in a very tasteful way, in the way that Playboy did it. You know what I mean? They have like a long interview where they talk, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it was a different thing, you know? It was like the classiest porn that ever existed, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it would attract like fucking philosophy articles and like legit journalism and stuff too. Like the kind of stuff that they printed was just crazy.
Yeah. So, and yeah, I don't think I mean, maybe, I don't really know the history. I know that there really haven't been any, or at least too many scandals around Playboy, which is kind of insane to think about when it's a magazine with naked ladies in it. Gotta imagine a lot of scandal would follow that, but it didn't. Probably because it was pretty classy the way it was run.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something, but I don't know about it.
That was always the thing. That's a thing that children will never have. Because I remember as a 12-year-old boy, 13-year-old boy, having like, man, if I could get to that Playboy mansion, what a time I would have. You know what I mean? Like, that 13-year-old boy Shangri-La does not exist anymore.
No.
Like,
now
what is that?
It's owned by the people that own Twinkies.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh my god.
They had some deal where they like bought it.
Right?
I don't know what they did, but I know when he sold it to them, they had a deal where he could live there.
Yeah.
Like, as long as he lived.
Yeah,
so
it's different though, because
Hugh Hefner.
He sold Playboy and the magazine. So, you know what, I can't say that nothing bad happened. I don't really know the history, but I haven't heard of anything, which is probably a good sign. Because usually if some bad shit goes down, you hear about it. But yeah, it's different now. Yeah, so they removed nude images from it, and then they brought it back like a year later.
Yeah, they were trying to go in a different direction, and it did not. It was not profitable for them.
No.
So it lasted
well,
like a
they
year.
were like, they made a good point. They're like, this should just be like a GQ, like a gentleman's magazine. We don't need nudity because people would just get that online. Why would we do that? But they were like, you got to bring it back. I mean, I don't know. It was such a status symbol, though. Like, it so was. Like, cause you'd be like, oh, this like, actress or model's got their Playboy issue coming out. Like, it's like, that was, like, a big deal. Like, it just doesn't happen anymore, Just go to, like, fucking Reddit and find porn. It's not hard. It's an inch away. Or, oops, maybe 6 inches away.
Maybe like 4.5 on a good day.
4.5 on a good day. So, yeah. That's sad. He was a cool guy. Always had that jacket, smoking jacket.
Yeah.
He lived like the best life you could live. I think. As like, or at least that's what like we all thought when we were 13. Like that guy.
Yeah. I'm
best
sure
life.
there's like shady shit that we don't know about, but yeah.
Maybe.
On the surface, from like 12-year-old Matt's brain. Yeah.
So there's supposedly like a secret tunnel to the Playboy Mansion. From whose house was this?
Is it a Warren?
No,
because bunnies take Warrens.
You fucking piece of shit! Fucking website. What? Oh my god! Fucking autoplayed the loudest fucking video I've ever heard. Jesus, peoplecelebrity.com. Fuck you in the ass. And they put the autoplay video at the very bottom of the page, so I was like scrambling to find it, and I could not. So that's great. I think Chrome is actually going to add functionality to stop autoplay videos.
Oh, that would be nice.
They're the absolute worst thing in the world. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this may or may not exist, I guess. These tunnels. There's images of these secret underground tunnels to the Playboy Mansion, supposedly leading to, and then there are pictures of these like blueprints, including the names of J. Nicholson, W. Beatty, K. Douglas, J. Kahn. So you got good old Jack Nicholson had his own tunnel to the Playboy Mansion at one point. Didn't even have to. That's pretty cool.
Is that like, I guess, to avoid paparazzi?
Former girl next door.
Oh God!
Had one as well.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
It's fucking loud. That autoplay video is loud. Oh, I fucking hate autoplay videos. Fucking the worst shit. And nobody looks at autoplay videos. Yeah. Seriously. Every
Fuck you
autoplay
guys.
video,
I'm just going
I
to
just
image
close
search
as quickly as
so
I
you
can.
don't get any page views from me.
No. I'll just close it. Well, they already got the page view, though, is the thing. Like, anyway. That's sad. Let me go, pass you by. So sad. Anyway, Matt, you didn't do anything.
Yeah. No, I played a game. I was playing
cool.
it through most of the beginning of this podcast. It's called Shadow of War. You may have heard of it. But this is a different version. This is a version that lives on your phone. And it's free. And so it's a party-based action RPG where you're just kind of like, you're Tertullian. You're building a party to battle orcs.
Okay, so it's not like a Game of War Fire Age knockoff like the Final Fantasy 15 game is.
I don't know what that is, but probably not. It's like all the levels are linear and you're just like auto running forward, and then you like meet waves of orcs and stuff along the way, and it'll auto attack and auto target. and you can manually focus fire and control shit by like tapping and dragging, and like as you auto attack, you build up like energy to do your special attack. Each character has like one special attack that you just kind of hit their portrait when it's full. Talion has like his Shadow Strike teleporty thing. This other dude whose name I don't know, he's got like an area effect, kind of a stomp, like a circle that's like centered around where he is, so it's not aimed at all. And then there's a caster lady that I think is doing some healing stuff. I haven't played it very much, but it seems good. It's polished. The
free to play?
It is free, and there's lots of free to play bullshit, but so far I haven't had to, like, there's energy and shit, but I haven't had to put any money in for that. So we'll see. The worst part about it is the game? I don't know. Like, story wise it does, if that's what you mean.
Okay. No, I meant like to the actual game. Can you like unlock stuff in the game by playing the mobile game?
I don't know yet. I haven't looked at that.
Okay.
But it does have the Nemesis system, so you can brand orcs that you defeat, and the way it's implemented here is like you just drop them into a battle, and they're like a big old tank to do some damage and take some hits, but then they have like a cooldown timer that's fairly long, so you can't use them for every battle. The only real negatives is that the tutorial and like the menu system is super overly complicated and annoying to get through. But once you're in the actual playing of it, it's fun. So go download it. It's free. Da-da-da.
Yeah. TJ, I got a question for you about your Nintendo Switch. What do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about the icons on the homepage?
They're square.
But like, okay, so apparently this is like a really big deal. That like people really complain about the icons for games on the Nintendo Switch. Mm-hmm. People like apparently hate the icons that don't have the name of the game in it. So like the snake, so they look a lot like iOS app icons where there's no name of the game because it's just a little square image, and then and if it is an iOS game or an Android game, it has to have a picture of a cartoon man yelling because that's every single thing is a guy yelling. Mm-hmm. But the icon needs to have the name of the game in it, and which I mean, I guess that's what like people like think is they really like. People I guess have been sending like complaints about people like putting bad icons on here, like SteamWorld Dig 2 that just came out, which I just started playing. They had an image that was just like D2, and that was it. You know, it was like the image. Yeah. And apparently a lot of people like tweeted that or responded to it. I mean, if you look at the ratio there, it's not great. The more comments than retweets. But you know, it didn't look bad. But the new icon is just like a little splash screen that looks like a real thing. So it is really interesting though when you think about it. Yep, go.
So Matt, do me a favor real quick.
Yes.
Click on my picture. I'm gonna make a Clash of Clans like face, and then do like a print screen or save screenshot, and then when we make a Born in the 80s app game, it could be that face. All right.
All right.
Do it. I'm gonna hit print screen as well.
All right.
Okay. I think I got it. Let me check my MS Paint. See if I got that.
I'm going to be working on this throughout the rest of the episode. So if I get quiet, it's because
oh my! I got it. Let me do a little screen share of that. I think I got a real good one. How do I do screen share? God, how do I use this?
How do
I use technology when I'm so old?
There you go. That's pretty good. I got to admit. These little icons down here are gonna ruin it though, but whatever.
I mean,
No, we
it's
can
got
cop
the
those
nice
out.
like over exaggerated mouth shape that I can't
Yeah.
normally do.
Yeah.
Like
All right.
you could caricaturize that a little bit, but you don't need to do much.
No, like
It's
maybe
great.
throw like a filter on there, like a little cartoon filter to try and like sketchify it. Byte 285. Clash of TJs. All right, so that's a save. That cursed image is now saved forever.
Absolutely greatness.
Okay, so yeah. I just thought that was interesting because I was reading about that and I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense because when you're like looking through that, you're like, what is this fucking icon? And then when you move your cursor over it, you can tell what the name is. But yeah, it's kind of a thing. Can we talk about Nintendo being fucking stupid and terrible again?
Yeah.
So
We can do that.
they get some, you know, like making it easier to get an SNES Classic / saying they're going to keep selling it and make NES Classics again. Okay, cool. Nintendo Creators Program will no longer let YouTubers live stream. So if you know you're on YouTube and you want to monetize gameplay of Nintendo games, you need to be part of the Nintendo Creators Program, and they'll take a cut, basically. If you're not part of it,
did not join that.
they'll demonetize you. But probably if you're not big enough, they don't give a shit. They'll just slap the demonetize on there, by normal. So the Nintendo Creators Program right now, as of today, they're no longer allowed to broadcast content on YouTube Live. You got two options. You can broadcast content on YouTube Live from a channel that isn't registered to the Nintendo Partner Program, or they can cancel the registration and register videos to the program separately. So basically, what they're saying is that if you have a partner creator program, you can't do live videos, or if you want to do live videos, you have to leave the partner program and then just register each non-live video individually with the partner program. I don't know what the fuck's going on there with them legally. They apparently are saying that the YouTube live streaming does not fall within the scope of the creators program, saying that if you're part of it, you cannot broadcast content from the account you've registered to the Nintendo Creators Program. So it's fucking insane. So they're not saying you can't live stream Nintendo games. They're saying you need to make a separate account that is just for the live streaming of Nintendo content. How do they not get how YouTube works? It's the most insane shit, this Nintendo Creators Program.
I mean, I guess you could just Twitch, though.
You can just Twitch, though, yeah. Like, it's just insane, though, that they're like, YouTube policies are just so backwards, you know? Like, it's just awful. Awful. Anyway. Yep.
Sorry.
What are you laughing at?
I've been really into the Hotel Mario memes have been coming out and about lately.
Ah, yes.
And
Can you explain the Hotel Mario meme? Because I don't even understand it. I know what it is. I don't understand it, though.
I mean, there's no rhyme or reason, but let's go all the way back, at least for our listeners that may not be as well versed on this.
TJ's Meme Corner.
Mario. TJ's Meme Corner. Hotel Mario.
JST Corner.
Hotel Mario was a game created for the Philips CDI system. It was a remnant from when Philips was going to help make a disc-based system for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo just like, yeah, we're going to drop out of it. Woohoo! But not before signing a contract that says that Philips can help create 2 Zelda games and 1 Mario game. And Hotel Mario was the Mario game they made for their system they decided to complete, the Philips CDI. Lately, there have been a lot of memes replacing part or whatever of a video with the music of Mario and Luigi just walking into a Hotel Koopa something.
It's like they're just walking into a doorway, like a really janky looking animation.
Yeah, it's really janky, and the music is really janky, and the whole game is really janky, and it's just going onto everything on Twitter I've seen, and I'm enjoying every little bit of it. I know last week I saw like, hey, I just got my hands on the new opening video to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and from what I could see at this end bit, it's totally legit. They changed this end part. It's the same as regular animation for Pokemon, and then it just ends with Luigi with a little theme music walking into this archway or whatnot. But
Yep.
no, I was just on Discord. One of my channels has a link to a SoundCloud for someone who did a mashup with the Hotel Mario theme mixed with Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
it's just wrong, but it's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a spaghetti. I think that came from Hotel Mario too, but I don't know.
Do you want to hear a weird thing about the? Do you know the Metal Gear Solid games? You know the songs like "Phantom Pain," "Sins of a Father," the Peace Walker theme, Snake Eater, all those songs. The singer Donna Burke, who's done all the singing for that, is a really awesome singer. Did you know that she is the English language announcement voice for the bullet train between Tokyo and Osaka?
Oh, that's
She's
cool.
a voice actress, so she just is like. So, like, when the train announcement comes on, it's just her saying, like, cars 1, 2, and 3 are for passengers without reservations. It's just really interesting that you got a gig doing that. She had the voice of the train. Always wondered that.
I've always wanted to be the voice of a train.
Oh, shit. Something just happened with PUBG.
Oh, no. What just happened with PUBG?
All right. Now that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a hit, developer is worth currently... Holy shit. I want you to guess how much the developer of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has been valued at. The company.
All of it? All of the money? Is
$850 million.
$850 million?
Yeah. I'm not jumping to the billions yet.
4.6 billion, which is more than Minecraft sold for. Minecraft sold for 3 billion. So... Blue Hole has a extremely large development firm, and I think most of the development is in South Korea. So Blue Hole, the overall developer corporation, has spun off the company into PUBG Seoul, a Blue Hole company. So that's it, really. It is. They've already established a U.S. office and are setting up a bunch of offices all around. So Blue Hole, which I've never heard of before PUBG, is now PUBG, the company. So, but at 4.6 billion is just insane. That's some insane shit. Matt,
we should make a game that's as popular as
yeah, let's just make a good game. That's what I say.
A really good game.
Let's see how much my PUBG gear is worth. Let's see if I can sell my Gamescom Invitational crate. Oh, look at that. The value has continued to go up. $381. I bought this for $286, so I could make $1 profit off this. Matt, the Twitch gear is insane.
What could
do you want to know how much your
$4?
Do you want to know how much the Twitch Prime balaclava sells for right now?
$5.
$14.
I could retire on that.
They had the Twitch Prime combat pants, $5. The boots, $4. The shirt, $5. This is insane. There's so few of these available. Like, apparently in the last 24 hours, only 1,000 have been sold, which is kind of insane. Like, so when you look at some of these T-shirts that come in the regular loot boxes, like 24 hours, they're selling like 6,000. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I have a fucking orange shirt that I got out of one of my boxes selling for $3.23. This is some insane shit. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to make some fucking money. I can make like $30 off all this shit. I don't care. I just go pantsless anyway. Right, Matt?
Yeah, I'm trying to finally get that paper sound.
Get that
Get
paper.
that paper.
I think I'm gonna
That
sell this
was
orange
fun.
shirt though, for
I'm
$3.23.
down
That was the
here
bomb,
in the
the
his house.
Heezy.
You know, the Heezy.
I don't really care.
That was off the Heezy.
I'm never gonna
for
wear this
Sheezy.
shirt. Like, and it could go down in price in the future. You know what I mean? Like, because they could reissue it, and then there'd be more in the market.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sell times now. It was selling for $1.83
Sell.
at the start of the month. Now it's $3.30. Oh God! Now I have to fucking play the stock market and also in the games play the stock market. It's really you really just can't win with Steam. Anyway, TJ, did you have anything you wanted to chat about?
Like what?
You have anything on your list, or do you see anything in the news you want to hop to? Or a little doc.
I should open up the doc again. I mean,
I got it open. I'll pick
I
I'll pick a topic.
I know I've been.
Oh, I got it. Let's talk about Battle Royale some more. Let's talk about Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what you're talking about yet.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, very popular, obviously. Like, the most played game on Steam, like, by far. I'm going to sell this fucking shirt right now. I'm never going to wear it. I don't like it. It's got little armbands, I guess. What's it selling for right now?
I gotta plug this in.
$327. I want to get $350 off this. So I'll put it up for sale, and if it eventually price ever gets up there, we'll see. I love the way this Steam works, though, Matt, because I know I don't know. Do you have the app? Because to sell stuff on Steam, you have to have the Steam app validated, and you have to wait a month because there's too many people like scamming. So when you create a listing on Steam, you have to use the app to say okay, and the app has a like phone like 2-factor auth in it. So yeah. Anyway, let's talk about PUBG. So PUBG came out, the Battle Royale style game. You got 100 people dropping out of a plane, trying to fight to be the last person alive at the end of the game with a little blue wall coming in or whatever. Fortnite, which is a game that has been in development for 20 years, finally came out by Epic Games, and they have made a Battle Royale mode for Fortnite called Fortnite Battle Royale. Free to play on PS4 and PC right now. It's pretty cool. It's a little different because there's some crafting in Fortnite, so you can like make little ramps and stuff out of wood. So you can make cover if you're out in the open if you have the materials, which is kind of a fun, different way to play. I've seen people play, and it actually looks pretty neat. Like not terrible version. Obviously, it's not the same because it's not as destructive, or I don't know how to describe the brutal nature of PlayerUnknown's Battleground, but like you feel like you get shot and you didn't know where it came from half the time. So Bluehole had a really interesting reaction to this because in like the gameplay trailer and announcement trailer for Fortnite Battle Royale, they specifically mentioned PUBG, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, as like an influence and like how they love that game, and so they wanted to add a mode like that to Fortnite. And Bluehole was not very happy about this. They were, especially I guess because they use the Unreal 4 engine for the game, which is made by Epic Games. So they're kind of like, oh, you're stealing our gameplay, and it's a company that provides the engine to them. So it's like kind of a weird situation, I guess. They were not a big fans of this. What did they say? Let's get the exact Bluehole statement. We had an ongoing relationship with Epic Games throughout PUBG's development, as they are the creators of Unreal Engine 4, the engine we licensed for the game. After listening to the growing feedback from our community and reviewing the gameplay for ourselves, we're concerned that Fortnite might be replicating the experience for which PUBG is known. We've also noticed that Epic Games references PUBG in the promotion of Fortnite to their community and communications with the press. This was never discussed with us, and we do not feel that's right. They also mentioned they're considering further action. The public community has and continues to provide evidence that many similarities as we may contemplate further action. What is this situation? What are your hot takes on this situation, boys?
I mean,
you can't copyright game mechanics.
You can, actually.
Yeah.
But you have to copyright them specifically. Like, for instance, Namco had a
copyright. You can't copyright the concept of Battle Royale.
On loading screen animations, including gameplay. That was a thing that Namco had a copyright on that just got relinquished. So now in loading screens, you can have like little mini games because they had that copyrighted. But yes, like you said, Matt, it's very difficult. Like, you can't copyright the game of chess. That is like a rule that has gone back to like, it's just a game. You know, you can copyright the artwork, you know, you can copyright the look, the feel, you know what I mean? But like, mechanics is a difficult thing. In particular, the thing about Namco was old, and I don't know if we could get probably a patent like that nowadays. They had invented it, so it was novel. But I think in the case of PUBG, I'm going to say, cool your fucking jets, you $4.6 billion company, and fucking respect the fact that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds creator consulted on H1Z1's Battle Royale mode, which was later spun off as King of the Kill. And this guy made mods for Arma. So I think this is like a pit that you don't want to start digging into, because you could get to the situation where people would be like, well, didn't you use, you know, like H1Z1 as, did you clone that to make PUBG? You know, at this point, because that game came out first. King of the Kill was around a long time before. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you're one to talk. You know what I mean? Like, this came out of mods for games. Like, you can't try and hold some sort of exclusivity on this concept when the concept is based off of a Japanese movie, you know, that came out like decades ago, and you freely have, you know, it's just insane that they're trying to make some sort of like trouble out of this when it's like you don't really have a lot to stand on, you know. Anyone want to play Arma 3 with me, though? Matt, you want to play Arma 3? Because I love me so Arma 3.
How much is it?
I don't know. Probably way too much. But your PC could run it.
Arma 3 on Steam is...
So,
hold on, what's my birthday?
Yeah. You gotta be old enough to play.
January 1st, 1980. Good.
Basic is $39.99.
Yeah, I had to wait for that to be on sale. It came out in 2013, so I played so much Arma though, like back in the day. Matt, do you know what Arma is? It's the game in which people role play military. No, it's like a role playing game for like people that are in the military. So you'll actually see that like there'll be lots of like forums and stuff you can go to where you'll find communities of people that play Arma 3 and like do the whole like military. Like, it's awesome actually to watch some of the stuff because like they're using comms, you know, all the lingo. They're like, all right, we got to go clear out this village, you know, of Op 4, and then some of the, you know, people from the community will play as Op 4, and then they'll go in with their helicopter, land, like do a mission. Like they'll have like people set IEDs and stuff. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. I was watching a video where it was on Kotaku's highlight reel, the last one, where they have like little clips, and it's a funny video because they're running it. There's this group of people role playing Arma 3 in a convoy of like 3 Hummers, and they're driving down a little village, and like the middle one just blows up and flies over the top of the one behind it, and you just hear over the radio chatter. They're just like, it's amazing because it's so deadpan. Car 2 has been hit by an IED. So like that's it. Like 4 people just died and blew up, and then you hear like over, and then like bass is like, oh, it's fine. Didn't like those guys anyway. Haha. Like it's just like really cool. Like it's just a neat little thing that you can like kind of simulate military action in that way. I used to play it on LAN parties a lot. Arma 3. But it's got some really fun modes, and the realism. So, because if you like the shooting in PUBG, it's very much Arma inspired, like super, like not easy, long distance, bullet drop. You know, like the sounds and stuff are really important. I don't know, it's really cool. I like playing that game. It's really hard to fly helicopters in that game, though. So, even it's so hard that the AI can't even do it half the time. Just Google Arma 3 helicopter fails, and you'll find some funny videos. Anyway, do we have anything else, or are we done for the week? It's gotta be something.
I'm
out of stuff. I haven't been doing stuff.
I know, right? Like, I love Arma 3 though.
Games.
I would so get back into that. I played Everybody Golf, TJ, Destiny 2.
Everybody's golf is so much fun.
Yeah, I need to play
Destiny
more of
2
that.
is so much fun.
It's all good, man.
I now have Undertale for my PS4 and I'm barely into it, and I got to get back into it, and then. And now I've got Yoshi's Island over there.
Yeah.
I hooked it up.
So Arma 3's got some really cool stuff in it, Matt. I forgot to bring up. So they have a lot of cool like expansions that've come out. Like there's like $50 expansion, but that one's a big one because it's a whole new like island and everything with new campaign. It's basically like an expansion. There's like different weapons. There's Arma 3 carts, which is $2.
Okay.
Is an April Fool's joke, I guess. But it's just like a little cart racing thing where you can race go-karts in the game.
Oh, like Mario Kart. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but the expansion that just came out this, when was it? September 7th. It's called Arma 3 Laws of War. Let me describe this game to you. This is talking about the charity. I want to get the gameplay description. This is just really complicated explanations of the... Oh, come on. God damn it. The fucking description's terrible because it's just a bunch of, like, dots about all of the features in it, and it's not the explanation of how the story works in the campaign. So, the story in this campaign... Let me find a... Vamp for a second.
Let me find the
Wikipedia article.
Wikipedia.
Okay, here we go. So laws. It's called Arma 3 Laws of War. So you take on the role of IDAP, which is an International Development Aid Project, which is an NGO. Specializes to rapid reaction to humanitarian disasters. You take the role of IDAP explosive specialist Nathan McDade, who is tasked with identifying and deactivating mines after the war in the Republic of Altus has ended. While you're being interviewed by an investigative journalist, you uncover what happened in the town of Orcastro, experiencing the events from the perspective of various sides and recollections that span multiple periods of time. So basically, the game is you are like an explosive mine clearing expert who runs like a non-profit organization, humanitarian organization, to like clear mines out of a village, and you like relive like the battle that happened in the city through like flashbacks and stuff. It's like pretty insane, like really like in-depth, like a little mini like war documentary kind of thing going on, which seems really cool because
it sounds
different.
like you're almost like
yeah.
World War Z or something, where you're kind of going over the past events with everybody
Yeah.
and seeing how the stories line up.
Well, it's really interesting too, because like missions are like, okay, we gotta drive this. I gotta drive this truck up to this village to give them rice and stuff and vaccinations. You know what I mean? Like it's like really like the cost of war, you know, kind of as an idea. So this is the kind of stuff that they put out for this game, which is pretty cool. I haven't played it in so long. I need to get back into Arma 3. Because, like, when I bought it in 2013, the campaign hadn't been finished yet. So I wasn't able to play that. But I have to get back into that because that's a fucking cool-ass game. Anyway, that's my story. I just thought I'd bring that up. Made me want to play it. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 had a trailer.
Yeah, look good.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was cowboy, but that basically never comes to PC, right? So
Yep.
So I'm fucked.
Maybe this one will.
That would be nice. I would like.
I was
play
really hoping that
Cowboy
they would
Man.
have a PC version available. You know.
Wait, is this the regular recording, or is this actually me playing it?
This is a regular recording.
Wow, it's so
Okay.
close.
I know.
Anyways,
it's
this
so
has been
sad.
Born in the 80s, episode 285. The one
It's
where
just so
none of us
sad
did
that
anything.
It's just so sad that Red Dead Redemption is not coming out on the PC, and I was really hoping that announcement that they teased was like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out, and we're bringing it to PC and PS4 and Xbox One. Because I'd love to play through that game again, and I don't feel like dragging out my PS3 to play it again. Because, Matt, you've never experienced the game, have you?
No.
It is.
But I've just watched like gameplay of the zombies mode.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
Oh yeah. That's.
I want to play that.
Yeah, that
game.
was that's the Undead Nightmare expansion.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best expansions ever.
I want to play a whole game of like zombie set in cowboy times.
It kind of is. Like, it's an expansion pack, so there's actually a decent amount of content in it. And the idea is like all of these like, you know, nightmare undead kind of horrors start happening, including a very interesting and touching Bigfoot storyline, which is really good.
I don't think
hunting
I saw
down
that part.
Bigfoot. Oh yeah, there's some cool shit in that game. But the original game, I don't know, TJ, I'd say that's in my like short list of top 5 games of the last generation. Like,
I've
it might
not
even be
played it.
It might even be number 1. It's just so good. Like, the shooting's real fun, the storyline's really good, like the setting is gorgeous. Like, it really, just really great. Like, one of the few games I played through all the way, you know, and then and the online was fun too. Kind of a prototype of the Grand Theft Auto 5 online, where it's kind of a drop-in, drop-out co-op / combat across the entire open world map. So, fucking awesome game. Looking forward to the sequel. I'm John Danger on Twitter. You can find me there.
I'm Matt Haig. You can find me as Matt Haig Music everywhere, and you should leave reviews for Born in the 80s on iTunes.
Yeah.
Do it. Do some reviews.
Has anyone done that recently? I'm gonna look it up. But I am TJ, also known as May of May on Twitch. I am at May of May 84 on Twitter. Come check me out over there. Just talk to me. I don't care. And then join our Discord. I know we've already mentioned the website of borninthE80s.net, but click that Discord link. Come talk to us, and I will probably respond.
I might respond too. I'm friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
All right.
I love this part of the song.
Yep.
And I'm killing the broadcast now.